Change is the undertow of existence, always pulling, reshaping, undoing, beginning again. And yet, we build sandcastles of certainty, stacking habits like bricks, and whispering to ourselves, I hope things stay the same. But they don't, and they can't. Life moves, and so must we. We often speak of change as if it were a choice, as if we stood above the tide, unmoved. But most change arrives like the weather, a sudden wind, a crack in the sky, or a tremor beneath the floorboards. And when it comes, we realize just how much of our lives were lived in sleepwalk, choosing the same thought again, the same story, the same half-lighted predictions of the future, not because they were true, but because they were familiar. The first movement of transformation is not action, but awakening. A flicker of awareness that says, perhaps I do not have to live this way. A breath taken off script. To live deliberately is to remember that your posture towards the world can shift, that even your sorrow, even your fear, can be reinterpreted, rethreaded, and reborn. But habit does not surrender without protest. The self clings to what it knows, even if it hurts. So life sends its messengers: grief, displacement, illness, rupture, not as punishment, but as an invitation to change. A breakdown is not always a collapse. Sometimes it is a door unhinging. Sometimes it is the soul startled awake. In crisis, the veil lifts. What once seemed solid becomes transparent. The background noise of life sharpens into questions. What do I truly value? What must I let go of? And in this exposure, a strange freedom arrives. Those who can bear the silence between old and new, who do not rush to fill the gap with distractions or routines, may find within the chaos not just disorder, but a new order waiting to be shaped. One aligned with something deeper, something more true. For those who listen, crisis becomes a teacher. Change becomes a companion, and life, with all its unpredictability, becomes less of a battleground and more of a dance. To live well is not to avoid change, but to become skillful at changing, to ride the tide with courage and clarity, to let go with grace, to begin again, not just once, but as a way of being.